Okay, so now that I have saved my photo, I can see this copy of it, Zach Edit V1, inside Zach Edits folder. And here is the original right here. So I'm editing the copy, not the original. Um, I'm going to check my editing plan and just see what did I say I was going to do to this photo. And I can see I said try to add more color and add a contrast. So I'm going to do those things. I'm also going to show you how I do the rest of these too. Brightness, crop, saturation, black and white, and fixed diagonal, all on this photo in the most basic way. So the first thing I always want to do to a photo is add some contrast. What I'm going to do is go to this menu right here called Adjustments. And inside Adjustments, I can see all of the things I can do to this photo very simply. I'm going to click on this one, Brightness and Contrast. And then it gives me these sliders. And I'm just going to click and hold on Contrast. And I'm going to move this to the right until my photo starts to pop. I'm going to look at my photo and see where does it look good. Honestly, it's looking good the more I go. So maybe like right there looks pretty good. I'm also going to play with the brightness. I think if I go to the right, it's going to be too bright. This photo might need less brightness. I'm going to go down just a little bit until her face starts to look about right. Right there looks pretty good. Okay. Most of the time you're going to add contrast, meaning go to the right. Brightness could go either way. Usually I need to add a little brightness. This time I needed to turn it down. And you can see how this looked before. Here's before, here's after. You can see already this photo is starting to pop. Okay, the next one I want to show you in a simple way is hue and saturation. And for this one, a lot of times you want to turn the saturation up. So move it to the right just a little bit. I click, I hold it, and I move it just a little bit to the right. And then I can still see my brightness and contrast adjustment here and my hue saturation adjustment here. If I want to turn one off and see how it was before, I can just hit the eyeball. Here is before, here's after. Brightness and contrast, here's before, here's after. Here's all the changes I made so far. You can see this is how she looks before. Here's how she looks now. Much better. Okay, what else are we trying? A crop is right here. So if I click this tool over here, I click on it, and I can just move the little sliders over. This one is very simple to use. Maybe I just want to cut in a little bit right there and a little bit on this side. Really put her face in the center like that. And I click enter, and that will give me that crop. So we did contrast, brightness, saturation, crop. Another one I want to show you is if I'm in the crop tool, I can choose this straighten option. I click on that, and I'm just going to draw a line where I want the straight line. So you can see if this line right here is my diagonal, and I draw that line right there, and I want it straight, I just let go, and it will turn the photo for me, and I click enter. That is how I fix a diagonal. For this photo, you guys, I don't think I need that, but that is how you do it. I'm gonna undo that change right there. Okay, let me see. The last one I want to show you is this one, to turn it to black and white, because some photos look better in black and white. Not all, but some. And we can try this. So I'm going to go back to my adjustments. I go to black and white, and I just click on it. I can change how my black and white looks in a few different ways. I can move my reds, my yellows, and my greens around until they start to look good. Like right there looks pretty good. I can also choose a filter, but I think I want you to do it yourself. Usually when you go to black and white, you have to go back to brightness and contrast and change how those look a little bit too, until it starts to look pretty good. That is cool, but one thing I really like about this photo is the colors. So I'm gonna turn my eyeball off for black and white right here and get back to my colors. Okay, that is how you do the basic edits. I'm gonna click Command S to save this version of my photo, and I'm gonna stop this video.